Hi, everybody. My name is Joe Maldonado. I am on the City Council in Fitchburg. I just want to take a moment to welcome you all to the Teen Center Public Workshop. This has been a long time coming. This is a manifestation of about 6 months of work and then about another year of work before that. But we're here, and we're glad that you're here with us. This is a small but mighty crowd, and I'm really excited to show you the upcoming work that's happening and the work that's been done. Without further ado, I'm going to start off by introducing our interns. If you are an intern on the project, can you please just come up to the front so we can get you recognized by this crowd? All right. Awesome. So what we'll do is we'll just pass the mic. If you could just give your name, what grade you're in, what school you go to.
My name is Lindsay Anderson, and I go to Savannah Oaks.
My name is Nevaeh Grimmer. I'm in 9th grade, and I go to Verona Area High School.
My name is Marcus, and I'm in 8th grade, and I go to James C. Wright Middle School.
My name is Abelenia Espinosa Brito. I am a junior at Oregon High School.
I'm Ojazwi Pasache, and I'm a junior at Verona Area High School.
All right, thank you all. So these are, you all can have a seat. These are 5 out of our 8 student interns who have been working not only twice a month in meetings that we have, but also doing a lot of work between that time to be able to move this project forward.
Equity by Design really focuses in 2 areas. We're about change management in organizations, making sure that they're inclusive and they create belonging along racial, ethnic, cultural, linguistic lines. So we spend time doing that work, and then we also do what you see here today, which is called public engagement. So we really believe in the voices of the community. We work really hard to make sure that we center voices, in particular BIPOC voices, Black, Indigenous, people of color, and other intersectionalities of identity. So that's really important to us. So we're really excited to be working on this project. And quite frankly, I really love the planning team and the partnership, because this is how we're having amazing results, which you'll see a little bit later. But one thing that we heard crystal clearly is that teens' voices are not really listened to. As adults, we do a lot of marginalizing of our youth. As adults, we feel like we know better, we have more experience. A lot of times, many adults who have raised children, we feel like we know what's best, right? And so we just have this attitude that when we're interacting with youth, it doesn't feel very good. And we have to realize as adults that we have places and spaces that we can go to get rest, to pour back into ourselves, to be able to get the energy to renew ourselves, to feel fresh, to be able to have the energy to just have a good life. If you're fortunate, to be in that space. So we don't go to work expecting that it's at work that we're going to get rejuvenated, right? Like we look to our home, or we look to friends and family and going and doing things and interacting with people, right? As adults, we do that. What we don't understand as adults is that what do teens have that's similar? As adults, we think that school is that, and that's not true. School for teens is like work for adults. And I just think that we kind of lose sight of that. And so school, yes, it can be a place of meeting up with friends, but really it's designed for learning. So when we're talking about our youth who are going from really young little people like elementary age, and now during their teen years, they're expected to become adults just like that. It's a very stressful time between the age of 11 and 18 and even getting to 21 and beyond. So where do they go to really understand themselves, right? Where do they go to learn, to grow, to develop? And to rest and just have a space where there's no judgment, right? And have a space where they can just be with other people who are having a similar experience and might be able to relate to what's happening to them. They want a break, right? And so one of the things that we have to understand as adults is that if we're going to do that, if we're going to create a teen center, then we need to make sure that we listen to the voices of the teens. The teen center should not be through the vision of an adult saying this is what teens want. It should be what do the teens want, so that we make sure that that space is utilized well. So this is the fun stuff. What did we learn? So for those of you who are here with us in the room, you were able to take a tour out in the gallery to see all the work that the interns have been curating and collating since this project started. The key piece is that like we said, we did a focus group, and then we did 2 surveys, and then we listened to the interns. And so what you're going to see today is a culmination of all of that. So what did the interns say? So as you know, we have 8 interns, and what the interns said is that what they really want to focus on in terms of values is valuing mental health, creating a safe space, diversity is really important, community and connection is really important, educational resource support was important, student growth, space for fun, and can compromise. So this was what the interns had developed as what they want to focus on. And then they talked about what do they care about in a much bigger sense, which is they care about the neighborhood, they care about diversity, they care about jobs and education, they wonder and worry about safety, and then the environment. How is the space going to make them feel when they're in this teen center? So that was what we learned from the interns. These are just some of the quotes that were from the survey. So from the teen survey, this sounds awesome and I can definitely see myself using it. I think it is an amazing idea. Make sure it can be accessed easily from by any type of person. From the community survey, folks said things like, I think this is such an amazing idea. So many kids in Fitchburg would be happy to have a safe space. Finding the right organizations to program in the space will be critical. Access to the center via transportation is important as well. So these were just some real strong examples of how people were responding when they completed the survey.
Just in parting, what I'd like to do is share a link to the survey. So you can still fill out a survey to give your opinion on this, and to anybody watching the public, you can do the same. Just hover your phone over that QR code or follow the link at the bottom of this slide. And then finally, if you would like to stay in touch and be informed on the progress of the Fitchburg Teen Center, you can go to tinyurl.com/FTC May 2022. And again, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that's been involved in this project, everybody that's advocated for this project. Engagement takes time, takes effort, but the payoffs are snowball residual. It gets easier over time the more you do it.